Welcome back. So today again we are going to continue with the chapter Energy Flow in an Ecosystem. Student, this is the last module of this chapter. So student, before starting with this module, let us recall some important topic which you already learned in previous video. So student, you had learned about what is ecosystem. So, an ecosystem is a community of living organisms with the non-living components of their environment interacting as a system. For an example, living thing like plant interact with non-living thing of environment. For an example, water, oxygen, these all are non-living thing, that is abiotic component. Then we had discussed about food chain. Food chain is an interaction goes on continuously between producers, consumers and saprophytes. There is a definite sequence in this interaction which is called food chain. Then what is food web? Each chain consists of 4 to 5 or more links. An ecosystem consists of many chains that are interconnected at various levels. So this is nothing but a food web. And the last we had discussed about energy pyramid. So energy pyramid is a graphical representation showing the flow of energy at each trophic level in an ecosystem. Students, so in this module you are going to learn about first biogeochemical cycle, second carbon cycle, third oxygen cycle, and the last nitrogen cycle. Biogeochemical cycle. The word biogeochemical covers the entire thing on this environment. Students, still you are thinking what is biogeochemical cycle? So let me tell you. Student, the word bio means all the living organisms on this planet. They are also called as a biotic component. Word geo means non-living and they are also called as a abiotic component. For an example, land, water, air. And chemical means all the reactions which occur on this earth. So basically biogeochemical cycle, it is a movement of chemical substances due to interaction of this biotic component with abiotic components of the earth. Students, still thinking what is biogeochemical cycle? Okay, so let me tell you. The cyclic flow of nutrients within an ecosystem is called the biogeochemical cycle. It is the movement of chemical substances due to interaction of biotic and abiotic components of the earth. This cycle operates continuously through the medium of the biosphere formed by lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere. The recycling of biological, geological and chemical sources of nutrient in this process is a complex process and depends upon the level of energy transfer in the ecosystem. Let us see the types of biogeochemical cycle. Students, there are two types of biogeochemical cycle. One is gaseous cycle and the another one is sedimentation cycle. Student, you know that gaseous cycle is a speedier cycle than the sedimentary cycle. One example I will tell you, if a carbon dioxide has collected in an area, accumulated in an area, it is quickly dispersed, with the wind or absorbed by the plants. So within a second, because it's a gas, so within a second it will get dispersed. That is why gaseous cycle is speedier than the sedimentary cycle. Gaseous cycle, an accumulation of main abiotic gaseous nutrient material is found in the Earth atmosphere. For an example, it includes nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, etc. Sedimentary cycle, there will be accumulation of main abiotic nutrient material which is found in soil, sediment and sedimentary rocks, etc. of the earth. It includes soil components like iron, calcium, phosphorus, etc. So gaseous cycle will consist of gaseous substance, for example nitrogen, oxygen in a gaseous form, etc. And sedimentary cycle will include a soil component, for an example iron, calcium, phosphorus, etc. in a solid form. Now student, the air around us consists of many different gases. It includes oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen and inert gases. Now oxygen, carbon dioxide and nitrogen is particularly important for the survival of living organism. The amount of these gases in the atmosphere is maintained by the carbon cycle, oxygen cycle, nitrogen cycle. So student, let's begin with the carbon cycle. So student, the carbon cycle maintain the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere by taking carbon dioxide from the air and then releasing carbon dioxide back into the air. Student, as you can see in the diagram, the green plants observe carbon dioxide to prepare a food called photosynthesis. They prepare the food by using this carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and then this carbon dioxide is being transferred into the animal when they ate green plants. Afterwards, animal release carbon dioxide with the help of respiration. After the death of animals, due to the process of decomposition, the carbon dioxide is released back into the atmosphere with the help of fungi and bacteria. So, this carbon dioxide is used again and again by the living organism. In this way, carbon is continuously passed on from one living organism to another. Even after the death of living organism, carbon goes to the atmosphere and is again taken up by the living organism. So student, this continued circulation of carbon dioxide and then its recycling from the atmosphere to living organism and after that death back to the atmosphere is called the carbon cycle. Abiotic carbon atoms are circulated and released into biotic form mainly through photosynthesis and respiration. So student, this carbon cycle is one of the important biogeochemical cycles. Now student, in summary, the amount of carbon dioxide is maintained when photosynthesis, which is a process which requires carbon dioxide, is balanced by respiration, combustion and decomposition, which are the process that release carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. So this is the way how carbon cycle has been functioning into the atmosphere. Main processes in the carbon cycle. Student, here two main processes are taking place in the carbon cycle. One is about photosynthesis and the another reaction is about respiration. During photosynthesis, plant uses carbon dioxide, sunlight and water. As chlorophyll, it is already present into the plant as a green pigment. By using these components, plant prepare energy in the sense of a glucose, plus it releases oxygen back into the atmosphere. Now during respiration, our body uses energy plus it oxidizes. After using it undergo oxidation and gives out carbon dioxide. Here carbon dioxide is released into the atmosphere. During photosynthesis, oxygen is released into the atmosphere and carbon dioxide is taken in. And during respiration, oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is released. Now, next is the oxygen cycle. Proportion of oxygen in the atmosphere is about 20.95%, that is 21%. The oxygen cycle maintains the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere by taking oxygen from the air and then releasing oxygen back into the air. Student, if you will see, like carbon cycle, oxygen cycle also require oxygen by the process called respiration, combustion, corrosion and decomposition, which is balanced with the help of photosynthesis and which releases oxygen back into the air. This is how the oxygen cycle is maintained. Student, as you can see in the image, plant produce oxygen with the help of photosynthesis. They give out oxygen into the atmosphere and that oxygen is taken up by the animal as well as we. We also take up oxygen to breathe in. And that process is called respiration. And then that oxygen we use to break down the sugar molecules in our self. And we give out carbon dioxide. While breaking down of sugar molecule inside our body, we releases carbon dioxide. Again, the plant absorb this carbon dioxide and produce food material, as you all know, chlorophyll with the help of photosynthesis. Again, they releases oxygen and this cycle continues within the biosphere. So, circulation and recycling of oxygen within the biosphere is called the oxygen cycle. This cycle too include both the biotic and abiotic component. So student, oxygen is continuously produced as well as used up in the atmosphere. So student, when we summarize this oxygen cycle, we see that oxygen is constantly used and created by different processes on planet Earth. As you can see, oxygen generation, that is atmospheric oxygen, is taken up, means we take the oxygen in by the process called respiration. Then we gives out carbon dioxide, and by the process of photosynthesis this carbon dioxide is taken in and oxygen is given out. So oxygen generated by the process called photosynthesis and through sunlight by reaction with water vapor, and oxygen is consumed with the process called respiration, decomposition, rusting or corrosion, and combustion. Student, oxygen is found in various forms like molecular oxygen, that is O2, water H2O, carbon dioxide, and inorganic compounds. Most microorganisms use oxygen for respiration. Such microbes are called aerobes, and microbes which do not need oxygen are called anaerobes. And the last we will see, that is the nitrogen cycle. The proportion of nitrogen in the atmosphere is about 78%, which covers the most. Nitrogen is an essential constituent of proteins, vitamins and chlorophyll. Nucleic acid like DNA and RNA, all this makes nitrogen an essential constituent for all life forms. So student, the nitrogen cycle. Student, interestingly, this nitrogen most of the living organism cannot use directly. It has to be converted into a usable form, that is nitrite or nitrate, with the help of nitrogen fixation, either by physical process or biological process. Student, as you all know, nitrogen forms 78%, that is the maximum portion of the atmosphere. So it is necessary for the maintenance of the cycle of nature. Student, the circulation and recycling of nitrogen gas in the form of different compounds through various biotic and abiotic process in nature is called the nitrogen cycle. Students, now we will see some important processes of nitrogen cycle, that is nitrogen fixation, ammonification, nitrification and denitrification. So nitrogen fixation is the process in which nitrogen is converted into compounds such as nitrates and nitrites. There are two processes of nitrogen fixation. First is physical fixation, which is further divided into atmosphere fixation and industrial fixation and biological fixation. So during physical fixation, the lightning in the sky brings about oxidation of atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into nitrogen oxide. Nitrogen oxide dissolves in rainwater and forms nitrous and nitric acid. These acids seep in the soil with the rainwater. They undergo chemical reaction with other elements in soil and form different compounds of nitrogen. During biological process, the symbiotic bacteria Rhizobium living in the root nodule of the leguminous plants carry out the function of biological nitrogen fixation. Bacteria such as Azotobacter and Clostridium are free living bacteria in the soil. They bring this nitrogen fixation as well as the blue-green aquatic algae, nostoc and Anabaena also perform this biological fixation. Student, ammonification refers to any chemical reaction in which NH2 groups are converted into ammonia or its ionic form. Ammonium, that is NH4 plus, as an end product. Bacteria and related microorganisms derive metabolically useful energy from the oxidation of organic nitrogen to ammonium. As you can see in the given image, plant and animal undergo decomposition. That is, student, after death they undergo decomposition with the help of fungi or bacteria. Then the fungi and bacteria inside the soil, they convert that carbon dioxide into ammonia, that is ammonification. The part of nitrogen cycle where ammonium is converted into nitrate is called nitrification. Denitrification is the level where reduction of nitrate is made into nitrogen gas. The processes involves nitrifying bacteria like Nitrobacter, Nitrosomonas. So student, we had learned about some important processes of nitrogen cycle. In short, we will see nitrogen fixation is a conversion of nitrogen and nitrates through atmospheric, industrial and biological process. Next, ammonification. It is a release of ammonia through decomposition of dead bodies and excretory waste of organisms. Nitrification, it is the conversion of ammonia into a nitrite and then nitrate. And the last is denitrification. It is the conversion of nitrogen compounds into gaseous nitrogen. So student, on this module, I want you to do a small assignment. Explain the following cycles in your own words with suitable diagram. A. Carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, oxygen cycle. Second, what do you mean by biogeochemical cycle? Explain the different types. Write the main processes in the carbon cycle. Write important process of nitrogen cycle, and the last, what are aerobes and anaerobes. So student, we had completed with this chapter. I hope you all had understood. If you want me to make such an educational video, please do like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Till then student, take care. Thank you.